Okay, Joy here. I just wanted to come and record a short video with the latest in what we're calling Operation Varsity Blues, the college admission scandal, just the latest news, find out what's going on. I was here back in late May, I believe, talking about Felicity Huffman and her guilty plea. We're still waiting on that sentencing, which should happen in September of this year. And I think the prosecutors were talking 4 months or something with her. Anyhow, so what the latest news released yesterday, June 12th, out of Boston. Apparently, Stanford University's former sailing coach, who was implicated in this scandal for accepting bribes from Rick Singer in order to have some of his clients' kids backdoor their way into Stanford by saying that they were athletes who would be on the varsity sailing team there at Stanford. Anyhow, so the former sailing coach at Stanford, his name John Vandemoer, is the first person to be sentenced in this trial, in this corruption scandal, that basically exposed a wide network of cheating in college admissions. Upwards of William Rick Singer, who is the ringleader in this scandal, said he's helped upwards of 800 families get their kids into college. So who knows how many are going to be affected in the long run? But the government has said that Vandemoer pleaded guilty to one count of racketeering conspiracy for accepting $610,000 in bribes. Unlike others implicated in the scandal, some other test administrators and coaches from schools like Georgetown, Yale, Wake Forest, UT. Unlike them, all of the bribes that Vandemoer accepted went straight into the school's sailing program. And with that being said, the student who he gave favor to didn't end up going to the school. They didn't end up taking an admission slot from another student. And so the judge basically said that, no one was hurt in Vandemoer's action. There was not a victim since a student wasn't, no student enrolled, and all of the money went to the sailing program, which, if you really think about it, that gave Stanford sailing team an unfair advantage by having that money. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here to report about his actual sentence. So that being said, let me get to the actual sentence. It says here via Los Angeles Times, instead of time behind bars, the judge sentenced Vandemoer to 1 day in jail, but deemed that had already been served. So basically, he got 1 day in jail plus time served. So he will actually end up spending no time in prison. He did get 2 years on probation, and the first 6 months of that will be in home confinement, and he has to pay a $10,000 fine. The judge goes on to say Vandemoer, 41, did not deserve to go to prison, and she viewed him as one of the least culpable of the dozens of coaches, parents, and others charged in the federal investigation to what authorities say is what is turning out to be over a decade-long scandal scheme to get wealthy families and their kids into some of the top universities. So that's the latest news in this ongoing college admission scandal, dubbed Operation Varsity Blues. The first sentence has been handed down. The judge has said John Vandemoer, former Stanford sailing coach, sentenced to a day plus time served, 2 years probation, the first couple months home confinement, and then a $10,000 fine. Of course, there'll be more sentences to come. Everyone's interested in seeing what happens to Lori Loughlin, since she did not plead guilty and is facing years and years in prison. If I'm being honest, I think she's playing the Martha Stewart role, and will see this spotlight. Who's talked about Aunt Becky in the last couple years. She'll see this opportunity, quote unquote, as a come up, get popular, make a little bit more money. So we'll see what happens. But that is the latest. Don't forget to comment below. Tell me what you think. What is going on? Is this too light of a sentence? Is it right that since the judge said no one really benefited, is it a proper sentence? Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to the page. I will be back every couple days with more college admissions news. Get you ready to go to college, get you into the top college, and tell you what's going on. And this is Joy. I'm out.